or the serious gamer.
Hello, NextGenTactics. This is T3hAxle on YouTube, and this is my entry for NGT Challenge number 6, the Minecraft building contest. Before I start, I just want to say, I know Guns for Hire just got back in the hospital, so I hope he gets better. I don't really know what's going on, so that's all I can really say about that. And I'm going to get started now. So right here, we're in my spawn. I spawned on this little sand area right here. Pile these cows and whatever. And so, just now, I've recently built this giant arch thing with this water elevator in it. And it's this giant slide right here. Originally, I wanted to be able to go up the slide so I can travel over this land mass thingy, but it's too steep, so I can't. So instead of just scrapping the idea, I made this water elevator. And how it works is you just drive under it like this, and it launches you up. Then you just ride down here. I think I got stuck on the edge. Alright. So, and then this passage right here will take us to my base. And at nighttime, the lava keeps it bright in here, along with all these torches, so yeah. It's pretty cool at night. I'm probably gonna come back here and show it to you guys. So, yeah. And then, I don't really care about the boat because I have like 4 of them right now, so yeah. And here's my first base. Right here, this is like my passage that goes to my mine shaft and then my river down there. And there's also this cave right here, which is initially why I started the base here. Then there are these hollow glass cages I have that I use to trap creepers sometimes, and then I can just fire arrows at them when the day comes out and everything else goes away. Here are my 2 storage chests. Well, 4 I guess. This one is where all the finished things like boats and minecarts and minecart tracks go. Over here is like cobblestone and dirt, whatever. Record player, workbench, furnaces. And this is just another door right here. And so it's this. I'm gonna close it right now though. Right. So then here is the passage. Alright, sorry about that guys. The music got a little too loud to hear my commentary, so I'm just gonna do this sort of ad-libbing, I guess. So right here I'm just showing you the front of my base, which has these trees and a bunch of windows in it. It's a pretty cool building in my opinion. And then right here we're walking up the path to my lighthouse, which is guarded by a fence because it's really annoying when skeletons come into your fence, or not your fence, into your buildings and start shooting arrows at you. Then creepers blow up everything. So now we are showing you the inside of my lighthouse, which took like 30 buckets of lava, and it was really annoying to get. And I went through a lot of buckets dying. But eventually I built it, and it was pretty cool. So we're going back down the ladder. And on the other side there is a mine, and the regular audio cuts back. And then it's a little waterfall thing I found when I blew up this place with TNT, so it looked pretty cool, so I made it like a swimming pool, I guess you'd call it, but yeah. And then over here we have the dungeon mine thing that I got all the lava for my lighthouse from, which I also partially blew up with TNT. And then right here I found this gigantic cave that goes on like a really long way, so I won't show it to you guys right now. And we're walking. Alright guys, I am back, and we are back in the first base I showed you guys. We're gonna go back to where you can access the boats and also a path up to the surface. So what this is basically my minecart garage, I guess you'd call it. And right here I have a minecart booster. I'll explain how they work later. So I'm just gonna show you my minecart system that takes me across the map. And I also built fences around here because I can't tell you how annoying it is when you're trying to get somewhere and then a pig just gets in your way and stops you from moving anywhere after that. There's the lighthouse again. And we are coming up against, we're coming up to the base on the far side of the map on this side. And we're going, and we're going, and we're going some more. And here we are at my base, so it's an outpost, so it doesn't have as much as my previous base, so just got a furnace, 2 chests, and a workbench. Then up here you have the, the entrance or exit, I guess, to my base. And the reason I like to build them with glass is so if there's like a creeper standing right on top of the base, you'll know it's there and you won't get raped as soon as you step out the door. Then here is just like, I was trying to make it look like a tiled floor, but it looks pretty crappy. So yeah, and some windows and whatnot. Now we're gonna go back on the mine track, and the cool thing is that due to the way minecarts move when they fall off a track, and then there's another track right in front of it, you can make minecarts change paths even without using a without using a redstone switch, I think they're called. Yeah, without a switch. So, for example, if your minecart was going up in a straight line to another track that was perpendicular to it, and they weren't connecting, it would automatically go in the direction that is either west or south, depending on whether the track goes onto is going north-south or east-west. And the way you can tell is that the sun and the moon, they rise in the east instead in the west, just like real life, so it's pretty easy. Or if you want it to be really easy, you can just look at the clouds and they're going north all the time. And the minecart boosters you've been seeing, so how they work is if your cart goes down a slope while it's adjacent to another minecart, they'll automatically pick up at max speed for some reason. I guess you're always at max speed when you're like going down a hill, and then they automatically match the speed of the minecart next to them, so it just keeps like going back and forth between the two minecarts' speed. And then the longer your booster is, the farther it'll get you, because there is no maximum momentum in Minecraft, but there is a max speed, so it's sort of confusing, but you get it after a while. And here is my awesome sky bridge that looks over this giant field I found. And I believe this is the end of the video, so I think I'll try to explain better how things work in a little bit in the second half of my video. So yeah, here's the end of the ride. Alright guys, so I just cleared this area and now I am going to demo a simple minecart booster for you guys. So the first thing you're going to need is, wait, 1 second. You're gonna need 2 minecarts, and I left mine on the track next to Mr. Ch. So, alright, sorry. My mind just blanked out. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to create a slope for your minecart to go by. Because it won't work if you don't have a slope. It's just how it is. Then I am going to make mine a loop just for the purpose of making it easier to demonstrate. Tree there. And there we go. So this is going to be our main cart track, so this is like simulating what your path you'd be following is. And now we are going to make our actual booster, which will power the minecart. So you're going to want to make your straight line like this. And then... crap. So we're going to look to where the clouds are, because... well, I'll tell you in a second, but... this way is north, this way is south. Just want to show you that, because the clouds are going north. The sun is going down relative to my point of view, I guess. So this way is east. No. This way is west. That way is east. So we were going to set up a little